Hello and welcome to the Musical Instrument Investigator. It's been a long while since my last video, partly because there's not a lot going on in the summer and also because I'm a little bit restricted about what videos I can cover now if you've seen any of my posts in the community tab. But anyway, I hope everyone is well. So we are on the auction portal known as the Sale Room, and we're going to have a look at an auction by 1818 Auctions based in the UK. We have looked at them before, I think, a long time ago, but they haven't had any big kind of auctions up until now. Looks like there's about 70 or so items. I think some of these things are kind of pro audio, so not worth looking at, but there's a few kind of guitars and a few other bits. I don't think there's anything super crazy here, but why not? Let's give it a try and see what's going on. So this auction is finishing on the 18th of August. It's the 9th today, so you've got a fair amount of time left to go. I believe it's 27% the buyer's premium on this, so you have to pay that on top of the final hammer price, 20% of whatever it sells for. Bear in mind this is a UK based auction, so you might need to check kind of CITES, import, export, all of that kind of fun stuff. But anyway, the first lot we've got here is a Gibson Les Paul DC Standard there. It's got apparently a AAA maple top in red. Now these pictures are not especially great, to be quite honest, but those of you that know about guitars may be able to recognise this better than I can. But anyway, 1800 to 2200 is the estimate, and there's no bids on that so far. So we've also got a 1965 Hofner President Archtop guitar, verified by Christian Benker, apparently. Once again, not great pictures. Estimates 3 to 500. You've got 180 bid on that. I am quite a fan of these guitars. Actually, usually pretty nice. Apparently, verified by Christian Benker at Hofner in Germany. Okay, part of the Olli Alloc collection. Okay, so interesting stuff going on there. We've got a vintage Squire precision bass with later modifications. Okay, interesting. 9 bids on that already. 410, 80 to 120. That's quite curious. So a few things going on here. So it's got shadow pickup. I presume that this is a Japanese one, so that's probably one of the reasons why the value is a bit higher. But I don't really recognise them enough to know. Then we've got a 2001 Gibson Les Paul Gold Top P90 left-handed. No bids on it so far. 1,000 to 1,500 the estimate. I would assume that it will probably sell just because left-handed guitars are a little bit kind of hard to come by. Got a Gibson Les Paul Studio here. Once again, absolutely terrible pictures there. 1,000 to 1,500. So definitely worth asking them for additional pictures on this. Let's see what else we've got here. Another Hofner. Got a 1962 Hofner Congress. 100 to 150 is the estimate. There we've got 100 bid so far. Another one that's been verified by Hofner. I mean, I don't think there's really any need to go to Hofner to verify them. I mean, it's pretty obvious, and I don't think anyone's really going out their way to copy a Hofner guitar from the 60s, but you never know. And then we've got a vintage Harmony H51 Archtop with Gibson P13 pickup. So 300 bid so far, 500 to 800 is the estimate. So we're really not seeing any decent pictures at all in this, and that's really, it's going to make my thumbnail making difficult. That's all I can say so far. Pair of Natal Spirit bongos, 3 bids on that, 20 to 30 on that. Let's see what else we got here. Right, a Charvel Charvet electric guitar, estimates 2 to 300, no bids so far. I believe this is the kind of budget range. They've not really bothered to put too many images on that. Sale Room is a little bit of a clunky site at the moment for some reason. I don't know if it's my internet connection or whatever, but something a bit weird here. 1971 Hofner Congress 5110 Archtop guitar there. Another one that's been verified. 80 to 120 on that. No bids so far. Let's see what else we got here. Gear for music saxophone, we don't need to bother too much about that. Le Fleur saxophone there. 22 string Celtic harp there. £55 the bids, 30 to 50 the estimate, so it's already over. Right, got an ESP Ninja 600 LTD electric guitar V Star. No bids on that so far, 1,000 to 1,500. Don't really know the value of these, to be honest, but the limited ones are the kind of budget range. Right, okay. An early Martin Coletti flat top acoustic guitar, labelled G40. No bids on that, 70 to 100. Feel like that's a bit optimistic, but you never know. Let's have a look at what we've got here. Late 19th, early 20th century mahogany cased Harmonina portable organ by Debain of Paris. I mean, these are quite sweet, these little things, 80 to 120. Yeah, but I'm sure it might sell as a curiosity. Maybe if the estimate was a little bit lower. Right, I've got an upright piano labelled for Stromenger. So I don't think it's anything too crazy there. Looks like it's been kind of stripped and repainted, I'd think. Got an Ibanez Talman TCM50 VBS electroacoustic guitar. Vintage brown, kind of interesting shape for an acoustic. So we've got 100 to 150 the estimate on that, no bids. We've got an Erisi electric guitar, Fender Telecaster style, 80 to 120. No bids on that so far. Presume some kind of budget brand. Okay, a carry-on folding piano, designed in partnership with Black Star Amplification. Okay, interesting. I mean, you couldn't really pick a worse picture, really, could you, if you're trying to show what the actual instrument looked like, but there we go. Got two electric guitars here. I'm going to say not a lot of information there, not great pictures either. We've got a concertina, usually do pretty well. This one looks like a fairly low tier one, I'd say. 70 to 100 on that. Oh, it's a Lacanal though, so maybe I was kind of wrong on that. It just doesn't look like the highest tier one, but I'm sure this will probably sell. They're quite popular. Here's one of these steel tongue drums with carry case. These are pretty cool. They sound pretty good. Estimates 20 to 30. Got 32 bids so far. Got a kind of power amp here. Vintage banjo, possibly K. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Another 6-string banjo there. Stamped Will Birch Accrington. Okay, 70 to 100 on that. I think you do see this make a fair amount of times. Now we've got a JHS resonator there. 100 to 150 on that. No bids so far. Right, this one looks pretty curious. Vintage Polish DeFil 335 type hollow body electric guitar. Okay, that's pretty cool looking. 2 to 300 on that. Not really a lot of pictures on that. It's quite cool. That I think is an interesting looking one. Got one of these Harmony guitars here. $200 to $300 they say on that. I feel that is a bit high on the estimate there. One of these Cajones here by Meinl. They're pretty cool. A traditional Bowron there. Irish drum. Vintage clarinet there. One bid of £18 so far. Some flight cases, Casio keyboard there, vintage Hohner harmonica there, Tanglewood amplifier there, Boozy and Hawkes student clarinet, looks like there. One bid of 18 on that. Some other kind of music equipment, some flight cases. Let's have a look at this. 1930s Colombian Prefect, apparently made by Harmony Art Shop. Looks kind of nice enough. 3 to 500 though. That seems very optimistic, but I could be wrong there. One of these Ovation electroacoustics that were popular at some point, but not so much anymore. Traditional banjolele. Few bids on that. Yamaha PSR 150 is one of those standard keyboards that everyone had. It's a tenor horn. One bid on that. Someone likes to bid on all the bits, so that's good. Another tenor horn there. One of these Carlsberg Cobra amps. Jupiter silvered flute, pretty standard. Vintage World Master piano accordion there. No bids on that. So there's a few different things going on here. Tanglewood Les Paul guitar there. No bids on that one either. 5-string electric bass. Okay, any information on that? Manhattan for the headstock. Okay, we've got some wires and things. Got one of these kind of mixing desk things or whatever it is. Park practice amp, some other music boxes, mixer, another accordion here, Castelfidardo, kind of quite nice looking, 50 to 80 on that. Let's see what else. I think we're on to the next page, the final page. Not a lot left, I don't think. Okay, we've got a few other piano accordions here. So this looks fairly nice. No bids on this as well. All this kind of perloid stuff is pretty cool. Vintage baby grand piano accordion. Okay, interesting. 50 to 80 on that. Right, this is pretty cool. A West African kora. Quite nice. 20 to 30. Why not? One person bidding on it. Beautiful sounding instrument in the right hands. Koras. Tanglewood acoustic bass guitar, left-handed. Got a light controller here. Carlsberg speakers there. Switch thing there. Some more speakers. Power mixer. Alright, I've got a lot more accordions here. Hohner. Another one here. Interesting. What's Schlossin Netrel button accordion. Okay. Interesting, not a brand I've come across before. Let's see what else we got here. Toffoli and Fiorani piano accordion there. Alright, we've got a modern Opus baby grand piano there. 3 to 500 there apparently. Interesting. Almost seems like they might be have been closing a music shop or something, and a Sony stereo system. So there we have it. That is the auction for 1818 Auctioneers, happening on the 18th of August. Not especially kind of interesting, but I think, you know, it's always worth covering these things because you never know what might be there. I thought I should probably look up who Ollie Alcock was, and it's seemingly like a kind of band leader of the Ollie Alcock band from the northwest of England, like one of the premier kind of like blues rock bands from the northwest. Not someone I've heard of, but I think in the day played with some notable people. So if anyone was wondering about that, who Ollie Alcock is, that is who that is. So yeah, this is the auction. Not super exciting, but you know, that happens sometimes. Thanks a lot for watching, really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one, coming soon hopefully. Bye.